Howdy y'all, it's Lexi. Welcome back to the channel. Today is a very special video. If you've watched my channel thus far, you've seen me do a couple of crazy Halloween makeup looks, but I've never done a basic, everyday, in-depth makeup tutorial, and that is what I'm going to do today. I'm going to guide you step by step how to do your makeup for those of you just starting out. I'm going to start by getting this beautiful hair out of the way so that I have as much space as possible to work with my canvas. I'm using the Sephora Collection retractable eyebrow pencil in the shade Midnight Brown, and I'm just kind of following the natural shape of my brow. I have blonde hair because I dye it blonde, but my natural hair is very dark, so this is kind of a halfway point between the two very opposite colors of my hair. And I'm not going to do any crazy shapes. I'm just going to stick with the natural shape of my brow. Okay, and to carve out my beautiful brows, I'm going to use the Hourglass concealer in the shade Glam, and I'm going to use the Morphe M165 brush. I've been using this for the past 5 years to just kind of clean up my brows and give them more of a defined shape. And then I give them kind of an arch, but I try to make them demure, very cutesy. Brow symmetry is always something that I've struggled with. As long as your brows look like they're from the same family, they don't have to be twins. They can be, you know, third cousins once removed, as long as they look like they're from the same family. And then to kind of buff out the concealer, I'm gonna use a flat brush. I have no idea what brush this is. I got it in a kit that somebody gave to me, but as long as you have a flat brush to just buff out the concealer. Now onto the eyeshadow. You guys know I always prime with the P. Louise eyeshadow base. This is the shade Rumor 2. The primer is the most important step of eyeshadow preparation. You could literally get a makeup palette from Five Below that has little to no pigment, but if you have a wonderful primer, it can make your eyeshadow pop. And likewise, you could have the most wonderful, expensive, high-end palette, but if you're not priming your eyes correctly, it's gonna look bad. So just make sure you have a good primer. If this primer is not an option for you, that is okay. Just use a nice thick concealer with a creamy and tacky consistency. If it feels very thick and tacky on your eyes, that's a good thing. That means it's doing its job. Okay, I'm not doing anything fancy today. I'm not doing cut creases or anything like that. I'll save that for another video if you guys want to see it. I'm using my Soft Glam Warrior 2 palette from Juvia's Place, the ultimate kit for brown eyes. Gorgeous. When you are doing a smoky eye look, you only need 3 colors, a dark shade, a medium shade, and a light shade. I'm going to be using these 3 shades today, okay? I'm gonna start with this one here. It's called Waltzana, and I'm going to use a packing brush from Sephora Collection and just start packing it on near your lash line. It's going to look a little nutty at first, but this is the part where you have to what? Trust the process. Just pack it on. You don't want to rub, you just want to pack it on. You don't need an excessive amount of eyeshadow. You can just keep building it up. You just have to be patient. Now I know that blending is very important, but right now you just want to worry about packing on that pigment. It's going to look very harsh in the beginning. We can worry about blending later once we get to the fluffy brushes, but when you are using this packing brush, you just want to focus on the pigment. We will worry about blending later. Okay, we've got a story going on here. So now you're going to take a blending brush. This is the crease brush from Morphe. I'm going to take this shade. This is literally the color of my eyes. Chestnut brown. I love it. And I'm going to pack it on, dust off the excess. You're gonna go right about here and you are just going to blend gingerly. Do not go like that. You want to be very gentle, and you are going to take your sweet time. You are not in a rush, because if you're in a rush, it's not going to look very nice. Small circular motions. We do not want any harsh lines. I'm telling you, if you just be patient, it'll be worth the wait. See, look at the difference already. We are making progress. But wait, the blend still looks harsh. What are we gonna do? You're gonna jump in with your medium light shade using a fluffy brush. I'm using the P. Louise blending brush, the 182 brush, and we're gonna use even more ginger motions to just buff out toward the brow bone. You're gonna keep blending softly, slowly, and trust the process. That already looks so beautiful. Are you kidding? But we're not quite there yet. We just need to keep blending and be patient. Now, there's still kind of a harsh line there because as we blended with the lighter colors, we lost that strong pigment from the darker shades. So we go back down the ladder. We're gonna go back into the medium shade, dust off the excess, and just kind of fill in where we lost that pigment. This is probably the most critical step. This helps the eyeshadow look melt together. And if it becomes too much, you can just go back, use the lighter shade, and just kind of keep mixing it together until you get to your desired blend. Look at that. Look at that beautiful blend. That's stunning. Why is it stunning? Because we took our time. Now, I always like to accentuate the lash line with eyeliner. So I'm going in with the Sephora Collection Shadow and Liner Crayon. Sadly, I think this is discontinued, but I'm sure you can find an alternative somewhere else. And then you're gonna kind of create sort of an eyeliner. I'm gonna take a smudge brush, this is literally from Five Below, and then just kind of, this just melts together somehow. See what a subtle but beautiful difference that makes? Love it. I'm gonna do it to the other side. I always do my complexion before my lower lash line to avoid the messiness of the fallout and the powder, and I just end up having to redo it all over again. So we're gonna move on to complexion. I'm going to use the Makeup Forever Pore Minimizer Primer. This feels really, really nice. And I'm just gonna lather it all over my face. Make sure you do your skincare routine so you have a clean canvas to work with. For foundation, I have to mix a couple because I'm kind of transitioning into my winter shade. I'm going to use the Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation. This is my summer shade, so it's a tad too dark for me. I'm gonna do 2 pumps of that, and then I'm gonna mix in the Haus Labs Skin Tech Foundation. This is the shade 060. Just gonna kind of mix these two together to create my foundation. Oh, wow, look at that. I'm a scientist, look at me. That is perfect. Your beauty blender, doesn't matter. You could get one from TJ Maxx or Five Below. They're all pretty much the same quality. Now, concealer. I don't know what's going on here, but I have a stress pimple. I don't know where that came from, but normalize it. We are going to cover her up with my Hourglass concealer. I'm going to kind of leave her there for a little bit just so she melts. I'm doing my under eye and my nose, and you're just gonna highlight the high points of your face. Everybody's face is shaped differently. You really get to know your facial shape the more and more you do your makeup, so just be patient. I need to kind of look up. For contour, I'm going to use the Milk Contour Stick in the shade Toasted, and I have a very heart-shaped face, so to kind of make my face look a little more narrow, I go like this, and I kind of meet at the apple of my cheeks. And I just kind of go like that. And I also like to contour my little nosy, my little button nose. I also like to contour my forehead and my chin. That's probably why I get pimples on there. It's fine. I also like to do it on my lips just to make them look a little plumpier. And then we blend. Do not use the same beauty blender that you do with foundation. Make sure you're using 2 separate beauty blenders. I'm probably gonna reapply concealer afterwards just to kind of re-intensify that highlight. You wanna bring attention to like the center of your face. That's what the highlight under your eye, your nose, your forehead, your chin, all that is for, to just bring attention. I'm getting excited. All right, liquid blush. I am gonna use Rare Beauty in the shade Grace. I'm a blush queen. I overdo it on the blush. You don't have to if you don't want to. This is just how I operate. Now, I'm going to kind of re-add the concealer under the eyes just a little bit more on that little pimple here, just to bring attention again to the center of the face. Like that. Try not to get it in your eye. See how my nose looks a little smaller? It's cutesy. All right, so now we have put everything liquid on our face. We are going to set with the Huda setting powder. Aside from the One Size, this is my favorite setting powder. It is very, very beautiful. I like pack it on excessively like that, and I just wait for it to do its job. I only leave it on for like 5-10 minutes. And then this gives me some time to do the next steps. Now, to kind of warm up the face a little bit more, I'm gonna use the Hoola bronzer from Benefit. And I'm just gonna put a very light amount just to kind of warm up my face, because sometimes when you contour, it makes your face a little ashy. So you're just gonna bring that warmth back into your complexion. Of course, gonna contour the nosy. This is my favorite part of the complexion, is my cute little button nose, nice and snatched. Now for powder blush, I'm gonna go in with the Benefit Shelly blush, and I'm gonna kind of mix it with this one. I don't even remember what this is. I think this is from Sephora Collection. I like mixing these two because it's, you know, cool tone, warm tone, and just putting a borderline excessive amount of blush on my cheeks. It's fun. Blush is fun. Now, this is the part where the makeup really comes together. The under eye. I'm gonna show you guys the stark contrast between before and after I do my under eye. This is what makes me look intimidating. I'm gonna show you how to do it. You're gonna take your thick eyeliner and you're going to draw a very thick eyeliner. It's gonna look a little crazy at first, just be patient. Try not to poke your eyeball. Now we are going to take the smudge brush and you're just gonna go and create an under eye. Look at the difference already. And then, this is the fun part, you take whatever color is most complementary to your eye. For me, it's this. And you are going to blend it out so it really makes your eyes pop. Wow. Look at that. Whoa. Whoa, she's a baddie. I'm gonna do it to the other side and I'll be right back. Oh my goodness. Now for the part you are dying to hear about, my lip combo. I get comments constantly on my videos of y'all asking me, what is that lip combo? Well, I'm gonna tell you. My favorite lip combo ever is a combination of these two from Sephora Collection. I promise I will tag them for you so you can follow the link. I'm combining these two to make a brownish, burgundy-ish, beautiful concoction. And I'm gonna outline my shape using the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip liner in the shade Malt. I don't like to overline my lips too much because they're already naturally voluptuous. I just like to add a little bit more plump. Just a rough sketch. I'm gonna start with the brown and just kind of color in the lines. Not being too precise right now because I'm gonna add more from the other color. Now before that dries, I'm gonna add the cranberry color and just mix the two of them into this incredible color that I've created. Look at that. It's so stunning! Oh, I love it. Look at this beautiful lip color. And I'm not gatekeeping it. I told you guys what it is. Sephora collection, $16 a piece. Go enjoy it. I'm going to dust off the powder because she's done her job at this point. And I'm going to use my handy dandy One Size setting spray. Do not breathe when you put this on. Now for the finishing touches. It is very, very hard for me not to overdo shimmer and highlighter, but this is a beginner, demure makeup look. So I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Glow Glide highlighter in the shade Moonlit Glow. And I'm just going to take some and put it on the high points of my cheeks. When you make this kind of face, you just put it at the top of your cheeks where the sun hits it. Very demure, very cutesy, very beautiful. Also on the tip of my nosy. Look at how cute that is. It's so cute. I also like to put some in my inner corner, which is a slippery slope, because then it just makes me want to put glitter everywhere. But this is a beginner, simple makeup look. And you guys always ask me, how do I get my lips so shiny? I use a highlighter. You kind of go like that. And it looks like you're wearing lip gloss, but without the stickiness of getting it stuck in your hair. This is my signature lip combo. You're welcome. Now, of course, the final step is lashes. I do like a false lash, but you always want to make sure you are putting mascara before. I'm going to use Lancome. This is my favorite, as I mentioned in my high-end product makeup video. You want to take your time and kind of waddle back and forth. Bottom lash, very important, especially when you do under eye liner. Do not get it in your eye. It hurts and then it ruins your makeup. We don't want that. For false lashes, I use the Ardell Wispies when I'm doing a simple soft glam makeup look. Taking my Duo lash glue, just kind of let it do its thing. And we're gonna do the left side first, because this is the side I have more trouble with. You are just gonna marry it with your regular lash line and use tweezers to kind of organize. With lashes, it's really trial and error, but you don't want them to swoop downward. That was the biggest mistake I made in my early days of makeup. You do not want to look like your eyelashes are drooping. That takes away from the dramatics of the look. You want to make sure it kind of angles upward like that. Please don't poke your eyeball when you are applying false lashes. I usually like to hold them up for like 30 seconds just to ascertain where the glue dries. And look at this. It's the finished look. So there you have it, a simple, beginner-friendly makeup look. If you guys want to see a more in-depth cut crease, glitter, rhinestone makeup look, obviously let me know in the comments. By the way, thank you so very much for 200,000 subscribers. I cannot express how much I appreciate all of your love and support. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you are subscribed to my YouTube channel. I am The Real Get Lexified. I am also Get Lexified on TikTok and Instagram. I am not on any other platform. I am not on Snapchat. I am not on Facebook. I am not on this. So if you see any accounts on any of those sites, it is not me. Please do not interact with them. I love you all very much. Thank you for watching. I will see you next Monday. Mwah. Goodbye.